Hi guys, Dark Aperture here, and today I'm back with another video. This is another opinion, and this time it's on optical discs. And it's why I think fiber has killed them. Well, first of all, will an optical disc last forever? Like, data will last online? No, it won't. Data, one way or another, is going to stay online in some place on the internet forever. It's never going to disappear. Whereas a Blu-ray disc is going to erode away. Just look at it. I've got like a bunch of documents in Google Docs. They're never going to erode away. If I put them on, say, a CD, I'd lose all those good documents in like 5 years or so. Another thing is that why do you need an optical disc in the era of 256 gigabyte solid state drives, 1 terabyte drives, and USB sticks that are at up to 32 gigs, which can nearly equal the size of what's in the size. Wait a second. Of a Blu-ray disc, not in terms of actual size, in terms of actual capacity. And the disc will break if you drop it. That 32 gig USB stick is less likely to do that. Third, you know about that Blu-ray. Third, Google Fiber, 1 gigabit a second. You know what that means? You could download 103 Blu-ray movies that take up the whole disc in around. Let's do some math here, just to be a little more accurate. Okay. Does feel a bit laggy. Let's see. So, pretty sure maximum capacity is 6 gigs times 3. So, 108 gig file. That means you could theoretically download 3 Blu-ray quality movies in 108 seconds. That is pretty much awesome. That is pretty awesome. Or let's say you want to download a game. God of War 3, for example. If that ever came out for PC, which it won't. Because it's a PS3 exclusive, sorry. Sony's not going to make Xbox games unless the PlayStation brand goes under in the way it's going right now. It's the other way around. So, God of War 3 apparently used 32 gigs of storage on the Blu-ray disc, and it's supposed to be a pretty awesome game. With gigabit internet, you could download that in 32 seconds. This is eliminating the downtime problem that has kept optical discs relevant for so much time. And plus, Google 1 gigabit a second internet can effortlessly stream Blu-ray quality video. It's just all adding up here. And if you don't think optical discs are dying or are dead, well, ask the makers in Taiwan how their production for optical discs is going. They'll probably say they're not doing it. You know why? Because optical disc sales have fallen so much that they've needed to stop making them in order for the price to go back up, and then they're going to start making them again when stock runs out. And I'm pretty sure that hasn't happened yet. They're doing this so the price can go up and they can actually make more money off these discs. The price has gone so low that they have to do this now. It's completely done. And another thing, the Blu-ray Disc Association, they've given up on trying to get any. They've given up on normal definitions. They're trying to push 4K now. They're trying to push a higher resolution. Concerning the size of Blu-ray, 1 gigabit a second internet could probably have the power to stream Blu-ray, to stream 4K quality. And if not, then it'll be 2 gigabit second internet that Sony has in Japan will be able to stream that 4K. So it's really a dead end. The TV technology and resolution technology in general isn't advanced enough that Blu-ray can get out the grasp of things like Google Fiber and whatever Sony calls their high-end internet service. Since it's in Japan, I wouldn't be able to understand what it's called. It'd be in Japanese, naturally. But here's one more thing. well, look, let's say an optical disc size is around this big, right? It's around, now, let's see. I have discs going around. Yeah, that big. A hard drive. That's a 32 gig Blu-ray disc. That's around the size. How much is a 4 ter? Let's say, how big is a 4 terabyte hard drive? I've made my point. And a 1 terabyte laptop hard drive is probably around this big. So, hard drives can fit larger capacities in smaller sizes than an optical disc, and are not quite as fragile, and even less fragile SSDs. Sure, they store less data, but they're smaller, and they still store more data than a Blu-ray disc, and they have really fast speeds, so it won't matter about Blu-ray's faster access times than a hard drive, or an optical drive anyway. And back in the day, look back in the day. Back in the day, it was ODD or bust. You couldn't even do anything with an optical drive. Now in the age of Steam, optical drives are being pushed to the side, being only kept in higher up builds, and are being dropped from budget builds entirely. They're no longer a necessity. You'd never spend anything on them. Optical drives cost $20 now. That's still cheap. Considering the size of optical drives around this big, and there's a lot of metal stuff in there too. It seems like their margins are quite tight, say $19. Now consider an i7. Let's say the i7 costs around $150 to make, and it's able to sell for $350 for 4770K, and it's not that big of a deal. People love the fact it's a higher price because it offers the performance that come with it. Now don't you see the point? Google Fiber was the real killer. The only thing that was holding digital downloading back from taking over was cable and its lower speeds, making it take forever to download a Blu-ray movie. And you know what I'm talking about. I've got 10.1 internet. It's pretty good, but not that good, if you know what I mean. But, I've just made my point. With all those reasons are why I think the optical disc is done. I'd say it's one of the last times where it sees true relevancy is in the aging consoles. Now I know, now we all know that there's that advantage of a console, of like an optical disc. You can share with your friends. Digital downloading is harder, but if people complain and they're sticking to optical discs because of that, seems to just a feature like sharing. Sharing is what they should do. They should add this feature. Listen close, Valve. You can just have an option where you can remove a game from your profile and have it sent to your friend for 10 days, and have it returned to you after. And all the saved games there stored on their Steam cloud, so if you can share them again later if you want, so they can keep playing. It will kill the optical disc for good. And I think that next-gen consoles won't have an optical drive. They won't. I'm sorry. Rest in peace. Blu-ray and PC. It'll probably live to 2014 and die. As for the consoles, it's gonna live to around 2018, when the next-gen consoles will probably be announced. And that's all I have to say. It's done, guys. The optical drive, in my opinion, is done. It had a good run. It was amazing. It was useful, and everyone loved it. But it's about time that's going to get replaced by the digital future, where everything is stored in cloud. No, not extremely in the cloud. Like, everything can be stored in 1 terabyte hard drives. 1 terabyte drive. That's around the same size as a Blu-ray disc. Or an SSD that's smaller than a Blu-ray disc and holds more data. That's all to say. It had a good run, but it's time. Plus, with digital downloading, you don't have to pop out and pop it. Rapidly search for a new disc. Your disc you're looking for to play another game. That's pretty much it. Bye, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video.